FBC Firebreak is a very weird game. And no, I'm not talking about its quirkiness or all the obvious silly fun it's trying to have. What I mean is, I truly do not know why this game exists. Like, it's late to a party that's been going on for 15 years, and it showed up with a case of beer no one even likes. It brings absolutely nothing to the table we can't find better elsewhere, while criminally underutilizing its source material. Look, I respect that Remedy basically gave us a live service game that isn't shoving FOMO microtransactions down our throats, but I do not believe that it was made as a passion project by the team or as a love letter to the fans. It reeks of a studio that needed to pad their quarterly earnings, so they looked at their assets and said, hey, we can flip that into a standalone throwaway product. This thing will lose all support in a couple of short months once the player base is gone, which, trust me, this game would be dead on arrival if not for the day one availability on Game Pass and PSN. But did I have fun with it? I mean, a little, at least after the first day of constant server disconnects, but even that only equates to about maybe 10 hours of playtime. There is just nothing to this game. It almost feels like an early access indie title from a first-time developer. In fact, if it wasn't reusing all the control assets within that engine, it'd likely be a miserable experience. The gunplay is awful. Everything looks, sounds, and feels weak as hell even after you've upgraded it, and then it's just your standard selection of like 6 firearms. The classes, while showing some interesting role possibilities, never get a chance to shine due to some of the most basic and unoriginal mission design you'd find in a game like this. The difficulty is non-existent, with the first few options being so brain-dead they might as well not even exist, and the higher tiers quickly becoming trivial from some hilariously overpowered perks. It's not an exaggeration to say that within 3 hours or so, you've seen it all, and by 10 hours, there's legit nothing left to do, ironically making this reduced price game an overpriced product. Frankly, this one really upset me. It feels like a cheap cash grab meant to trick fans of Control, and what's perhaps even worse, actually does damage to the IP as a whole. Even if I'm wrong about that, at its core is still a mediocre objective-based horde shooter, one that I'm certain has already been forgotten only a week after launch. Besides the assets themselves, this thing is as much in the Control universe as Street Fighter is. There's next to no correlation, and shame on Remedy for pretending this is some passion project. If you're already subscribed to one of the services offering this thing, then I guess give it a go. Otherwise, I'd skip it, and it really pains me to say that. I'd instead recommend you pick up Control and have a much better time.